Hey, what's going on YouTube? Climb here. Thanks for joining me on another gameplay breakdown episode. So since Trials is not going to be coming out for the first, or at least for the next 4 weeks due to Rise of Iron, I thought I'd bring you some episodic Trials breakdowns on here on Exodus Blue, specifically on my Titan. So this is game 3, and I'll be giving you 3, 4, and 5, just kind of back to back here, and I'll kind of break them down. Specifically, I found what worked best, most successful on going flawless for me on this map was using say the Hawksaw archetype pulse rifle and pair it with a shotgun. And specifically, so that's kind of like my game setup or my gun setup, but then specifically how I push, you saw my initial push on the right there. I went through that second middle lane to the left, and so I'm going to go a little bit further out and push just to see how the enemy wants to play it. So see if they're going to counter. So I see someone on my radar, I miss a nade, so I wanted it to hit on the back of that container there, and it would have killed that hunter for sure. So I backed up because I am a little weak, but I also saw that I'm hunted, so I wanted to back up and just see if he was going to push in. I've got that super cheeky shield, so I'm going to charge him with it with my shotgun and get this nice little double kill. And I think that second guy, that Titan I killed, certainly surprised me. So that was more of I saw someone on my radar, I'm going to jump up just to kind of get a better field of view, and thankfully it kind of worked out in my favor. Had he had a shotgun, I should have been dead, like no questions asked. So because this is working out for me, Odin and Rock are still going to push left. They're going to work that flank, and I'm going to push right just to see how this team reacts. So obviously you can see they had 2 people there, and I should have been dead to rights for sure. I was getting team fire, but they had terrible shots. So I call over, Rock's helping out, and I thought we could kind of handle it. They don't seem like the greatest of players. I see someone on my radar. I'm going to jump up, expecting them to push, so I have my shotgun pointed down, and that dude gets like the luckiest lightning grenade. Like, who chucks a lightning grenade with the vertical spread? It's just kind of funny. But I did want to say that I think my decision making there could have been a little bit better, where I could have ran back and repositioned. I may have been a little bit cocky, but at the same time, watching it again, it got lucky. They got lucky. So here we're gonna reset. And since I'm there, I feel like they're now getting comfortable on the right side because I'm pushing there. Right, we're working with some behavior here. I'm going to start pushing left with Rock and Odin. Now Odin gets a great pick, thankfully. It's up to the left there if you noticed it on those containers. So we're going to kind of stay back and watch this orb. So I see someone pop up on my left, and I'm charging in hard because once you find someone that is isolated, you want to try to pinch them. I would have liked to see Odin and I kind of pinch him from each side as opposed to going in at the same side. But I think Odin was probably going to engage the guy off to our right while I went after this Titan. But just as a general rule, it'd be great to work as a team in that sense. If you can find one isolated, and especially when you're still protecting that orb, try to pinch them. Try to create that radar confusion. So I'm getting a little cocky here, but at the same time, I do have a plan, specifically with my Titan on Exodus Blue for heavy. Is chucking up a grenade up on that containers to really help zone it off. You can see that my tick is going, so I'm getting some damage. And I'm expecting maybe to push down. And I'm still trying to protect the heavy. This guy actually pushes me back, and I'm able to kill his friend, even though I probably should have only killed him. But that was also something that I wanted to take into account, was that I was expecting to get my supercharge by the time the heavy round actually charged up, was able to get heavy, or they were able to pick up heavy. So on Titan specifically, or even a Void Wall grenade, I love using that barrier when I'm spawning on C side or A side, when I'm spawning on A side, to go towards that A heavy and really help zone off that area. It's a really great tactic. So this guy jumps off, or probably was going on along those pipes on the far right, which gives us certainly the advantage. Odin busts out his golden gun to create a little chaos, and so we're able to still just kind of help pinch him. So that was a great pinch for Odin and I. And something else I just want to point out, our score is 4-1, and so we really want to be able to be aggressive with our supers, right? We want to make sure that we win this round, because if we don't win this round, say we waste our supers, then that means by the next round, at least one of the enemy, regardless, is going to have the supers. So just be very mindful, is that you want to make sure you're capitalizing on using those supers and making sure you're building on that momentum, and not allowing your enemy the chance to intent of having that counterplay. So just do your best on that 4-1 or 4-0 to make sure that everything lands. But thanks for watching. Hope everything kind of helped and made sense. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. Cheers, guys.